Oh gosh, I think first of all, the way they've designed that trophy is just so brilliant, isn't it? Because it's just so beautiful. And I think it's just that image even of the trophy itself that you know, see when you're a little girl and you're like, oh, and it's gold and shiny and beautiful and you're like, would I one day be able to possess this? And it's been my life's goal. Like before I die, I want to win one. Like that's on my bucket list, like pretty high up, you know? And I think it's just kind of that kind of getting your head around dreams coming closer to being a reality. I think it's kind of hard to tell you in the short 30-second answer quite what this means to be here, but look, it's the big one, isn't it? It's the one that, as a musician, you ponder whether you will even make it to attend this fabulous event, let alone be attending with nominations. So it's really just quite overwhelmingly, wildly wonderful, and yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing. I'm trying to like not overthink how incredible it is until once it's done, so that I can sleep at night. I don't know, I think being recognised for Songwriter of the Year non-classical and Best New Artist in tandem is pretty nuts, but also it's a really beautiful thing in the sense that, you know, when I was about 15 or I really dedicated my life to two separate careers. You know, it was the endeavour of songwriting and the endeavour of becoming an artist, and it was an evenly pouring of passion into each career for me, you know, and it's a beautiful thing to have been able to even be recognised for all the love and hours and hard work that I've poured into other artists, at creating, helping to be a part of their creation process and then my own. And yeah, so I'm just, ridiculously honoured, yeah. I mean, it's just that stage is exceptionally intimidating. You know, first of all, I'm a British gal, like performing on America's biggest musical stage. Like that in itself is like kind of a joke. And you know, there's this phrase in the UK, everyone's like, oh, you know, make it in America. Will she make it in America? Will he make it in America? It's like that big thing, you know. You watch movies as a kid of making it in Hollywood, and do you know what I mean? So the stage is so intimidating. And you know, it's just gonna be like some artists I really look up to and admire just sat there watching it. So that's also terrifying and equally wild as well. So yeah. The performance, I have pushed my limit of how many people I'm allowed on the stage, in terms of musicians, because you know, you have the musicians and then their instruments, so it's quite, but we've gone for it, and the Grammys have been so accommodating to let us have lots of brilliant musicness up there. And also what I can tell you is I'm like absolutely bricking it, like I'm terrified. Yeah, like, but I'm gonna give it my all. That's all you can do. So just hope that we all have a very high standard. I think we're all our harshest critics as well, isn't it? I know the standard I could deliver, and then I know the standard that nerves could overcome, and I could do it. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to focus on that being the goal, and I'm going to go and do it. I will. Amen. When I finish the performance, the second it's done, I'm going to be able to breathe. I'm going to have a drink when it's finished. I'm going to take it in then. I'm going with my sister, so she's going to be sat with me at the table, which is really exciting. So I know once it's done, I can squeeze her hand and be like, now let's just enjoy the night, and whatever happens, happens. I'm going in with the lowest of expectations just because this is already the wildest dream I could possibly think of enough. Like, I don't want to be excited or disappointed whether something does or does not happen. I'm just grateful to be here, very, very grateful. So the second I finish my last note, just know I'm going to be thriving. Yeah. Well, look, I just think what's happened is devastating, and I think global warming and the climate crisis is scary, you know? It really is, and I really hope not, but maybe there's a world in which these things will even be occurring more often, and that's really devastating. I think what's important is community and us being there for each other and taking care of each other and looking out for one another as best as we can. I actually have a place in LA, and you know, all the neighbours around our area had to be evacuated. All the neighbours are like talking to each other, helping each other out, hosing down each other's houses, you know, really looking out for one another, and that's all we can do. That's all it's about, is humanity really has to be first and foremost in these moments. But you know, it's really devastating, and my heart goes out to all those who are struggling and who have lost irreplaceable memories and lives. It's really devastating, yeah. I always feel very inspired when I was watching the Grammys at home as a little girl. Yeah, to just inspire me to keep dreaming, yeah. So watch it, tune in, yeah.